son. Where'd you find this?
Don't be offended by the truth. They be offended because you called out the truth. Simple as that. They don't want to hear any other narrative that makes them look bad.
One thing I can't stand at this big grown age is somebody who acts like cause and effect does not exist. Like, yes, your actions caused this outcome. Yes, what you did lit the match. Like, why are you surprised and playing victim?
Guys, Chico. They never lie.
That's how you know somebody doesn't respect you. They listen to reply, not to be understood. They cut you off. They minimize what actually matters to you. They laugh at your boundaries, and then they call you sensitive when you try to hold the line. They show up late, they cancel last minute, forget the things you've told them, because in their world, your time, your energy, even your voice aren't a priority. They're just an option. You see, there are two kinds of people. Those who adjust when they realize they've actually hurt you, and those who expect you to adjust so they don't have to change. You don't need to be disrespected loudly to be disrespected deeply. Sometimes you'll see it. It's just in their tone, in their patterns, in the silence after you're known. Respect isn't what they say when they're watching. It's how they act when they think you'll.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Peace and blessings. Glory, praise, and honor to the Most High. I hope all is well. Friday right around the corner. I hope the week has been good to you. I hope you close out the week strong. I don't know what your plans are for the weekend, but be safe. You know, there's a lot going on out here. Do me a solid. Like, share, repost, let the people know we on. Shouts to my creators, my artists. We got an open mic tomorrow at 8:00 p.m. Eastern. Tap in if you're free to chop it up with us. You see the title. I wanted to address the comments that Akademiks made in his response to India Love, because for whatever reason people tend to forget some of the scrutiny that he's been under, and he made some points here. I want to address them. So I got a clip that I'm going to play off of IG. We're going to chop it up a little bit, and then we're going to keep it pushing. Let me bring this up on the big screen. I'm going to let him get his bars off, and we're going to talk.
India Love and many women like her, even when you hear that prayer, it's a lack of accountability. And this is only a thing that women could do.
Let's pray. Bow your heads. Close your eyes. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you right now. Try not to cry, Jesus.
She chalks up her past and all the trauma she's accumulated, not as that she's going for the wrong men because she was seeking the wrong thing. She says that people took advantage of her, manipulated her. She's like a baby, like she's fucking stupid.
Bro, I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot in my teenage phase. I went through a lot in my 20s. I made a lot of mistakes, and there was a lot of people who drugged me through the dirt for it.
And she takes no accountability. You can listen to her. Not one accountability. Oh, I allowed myself. Shorty, you was getting finger popped in a park. Like, stop playing. Ralph, you've been showing off jets, designer bags, athletes, all type of shit you've been with. You ain't had no. There's no. These bitches read one book and all of a sudden Allah or God done told him to go sue you for sex trafficking. Shorty was with it. You see how she's saying, she's describing it now? That's what I'm telling you. Wait till Ruby Rose hit that point. See, Ruby Rose so bad. Every nigga still want to fuck Ruby Rose. I think Rashid Wright's fucking her now. But once they get here, 3-0, nigga, all type of like, yeah, this is the most you'll get them to admit. I allowed myself to get taken advantage of. Nobody took advantage of you, girl. Nobody manipulated you. You was chasing the wrong thing. Yo, gang, you was getting finger popped by the game in the park. The nigga had like half a fist in there. I'm like, yo, what the fuck going on? Yo, how the nigga? Yo, he fisted her? Yo, bro. Yo, is this nigga fisted her, bro? Yo, dog. Yo, the game is 6'7", looking like a gargoyle, nigga. Nigga could dunk standing up, nigga. Like, the nigga had his whole shit up in there, nigga. Like, the fuck? Bro, what we gonna do? With India Love.
Bro, all right. I'm not really a Akademiks fan. I don't watch him. I don't listen to him for a number of reasons. Mostly because of what had transpired between him and that 14-year-old. Yeah, I'm not letting that go. People keep on sweeping that under the rug. You were on a call with a 14-year-old streamer telling this kid that you're going to send prostitutes to his house to relieve him of his virginity. And for whatever reason, people still seem to tune into your opinion and your point of view. I wouldn't take guidance from you if I was on fentanyl. But I have to concede to this point because it's bigger than just India Love. She represents a larger group of influencers like her who hit a certain peak in life after they've been on that carousel, and then they want to use social media to make you feel bad for them. Nobody has the same empathy for you like somebody who has become an idol or someone who worships you. Men and women who worship celebrities, men and women who worship the ground, these type of people walk on, they will never hold you to the fire. They will never peel the layers back and ask the questions. You can get away with everything with them people. But you're no different than me or the next person. When we was out here at that raw, tender age, we all wanted to be in the street. We all wanted to have our fun. We all wanted to sleep around. We all wanted to smoke and drink and party and be rebellious. We didn't want to listen to our family. You wanted to stay out at all hours of the night. You wanted to ride around. You wanted to be like the OGs in the neighborhood. You wanted to be the cool guy. You wanted to be the most popular girl. You wanted to be the one that every single female looked up to and idolized. You wanted to be the best of the best. We all done been down this road a million times. And you can say some of this was influence. I'm not gonna take that away from you. Yeah, you might have had people in your ear peer pressuring you to do certain things, but at the end of the day, you had two different voices in your ear. We all had. You had your parents, you had your uncles, your cousins, you had teachers. You had duality. Let's not act like we didn't have that. You didn't just have evil in your ear your entire adolescence, my nigga. You had folks in your ear too that was telling you from that little boy, stay away from that fast ass girl. We didn't listen. We wanted to do what the hell we wanted. And that's just from a smaller scale, just average, regular 9 to 5ers, future 9 to 5ers. We weren't even out there doing jobs yet. We were just watching Power Rangers and playing in the dirt. We had no idea what we was signing up for. We didn't know how rough this world was going to be. We didn't really have those conversations. You imagine having a real heart-to-heart conversation with your parents about what sex does to the psyche. You imagine, like, you might have had the sex talk, but you didn't have the real sex talk, the real conversation about what it does to a little kid at that age, what it does to a little girl at that age when you get bonded to somebody emotionally. You don't teach a kid how to regulate these feelings at that age at all. You don't have conversations about what betrayal looks like and what it feels like, or how to properly discern. And you figure that stuff out through a series of trial and error. The most parents would teach you is don't touch, leave them alone, they're not no good for you. They say vague shit. They are very vague with their breakdowns of why you should stay away from certain crowds, but they never go into full detail. Never. India Love, you are amongst a number of women who've been so accustomed to being handed everything, treated a certain way, without no ramifications, without no real hardship, without no real pushback, without no real reality checks. And it's not just 100% your fault. But when you spoil kids and when you spoil these females like her, you give them this protective aura. They can't see nothing else other than what they've been programmed to believe their entire life. You saw it at a tender age and you roll with it. Why wouldn't you? It's like telling the nigga he got superpowers and you expect him not to use them. If I had the power of invisibility, you think I would not use it? Yeah, you were given a gift, you abused it in the wrong way. Your beauty. You used it for evil. Oh, it was fun. Once you figured out, oh, I can get away with this, I can do that. Oh, I got access to this, I got access to that. Oh. It was cool then until it catches up to you, just like everything else in life. You get older and it starts to affect your body, your pockets, your family. It takes a toll on you spiritually. And you understand that it's no longer just a secular life that you exist in. You're coming into your full woman. You're no longer just chasing after this false reality that you thought was all about money, cars, and being around the most expensive and rich people. Because now you have to have standards, you have to have substance, you have to actually be something. You have to have a mind, an intellect. You have to bring more to the table than just your vagina. You saw the doors open to you, like the green lights. They just, you didn't have to stop nowhere. I met 20 different, you go straight through all of them. And you ran with it. And nobody complains. Nobody. You won a game, and you got the game. You wanted to sleep with this rapper and that rapper and that rapper. They were more than willing to oblige you. And why not? Then you went into OnlyFans. You started doing OnlyFans. Did they pressure you into doing that too? Did they put a gun to your head and say, you need to do this or else? No. You understood your powers. You knew that you could get away with doing this and doing that because the market is so vast for sex. Sex sells. Sex will always be the main commodity in society. We will go to the ends of the earth for it. You understood the assignment. And I'm sure you've had conversations about it, about marketing and what to do here and how to do this and when to do this and when to post this and when to say this and who to collab with. Don't get up here and put on a sob story for these people, trying to convince them that you were taken advantage of. Like this was just 1000% someone else's fault and you had so in any of it. Because every stream collaboration you've done, you consciously did it. When you did the OnlyFans, you consciously chose to do it. Stop. And I'm not even saying that there's an expiration date on turning your life around. If you serious about it, go for it. Everybody should be wanting to find God. Everybody should be wanting to get their houses in order. Why would that be an issue? It's not. The issue is, how valid are your cries for help? Like, are you really genuinely seeking the help that you're asking for, or is it just for social media? So people feel sorry for you. Because a lot of people sit up here and say, oh, this, that, and this third, and woe is me, and pray for me, and just, but are you really serious about it? Do you really genuinely mean what you say? Because I mean, you're an influencer. People listen to you. People listen to you regularly for advice or for entertainment purposes. So whatever you say, a lot of people are actually going to tune into what you're saying just for the hell of it because of who you are. I'm not a judge. I never said I was a judge. My point is, don't grift and panhandle and try to make people feel a certain type of way just so that you can gain some type of attention that you're no longer getting because you used up your opportunities when you had time on your side and you're getting older, and all of the stuff that you were doing prior is starting to catch up to you. Again, if you really are turning your life around, I'm all for it. Accountability, man. Don't just like don't do that. But because too many people get on social media and they use God and they use the word and they use these stories just to get sympathy points. She's no different than me. I ain't no better. I fuck up every day. I sin every day. But I'm not going to get on social media and cry to the people about it. First of all, most people don't care about it anyway. Your walk is not for the world. Your walk is between you and the creator. You don't need to get on camera and do all that. And here's another thing. I'm a firm believer that everybody can change. There's not a single person on this planet that can't be redeemed as long as your heart is in the right place. The only reason I wanted to bring this up is because Akademiks, he has some choice words. I agree to a certain extent, but I also have to challenge him on what he's saying too, because while he's chastising her, he seems to forget that he is abusive to women and he has his own, like, no, you just not too long ago was trying to solicit grown women to a 14-year-old child. We're not going to just forget that. And you giving advice, or you're trying to criticize or critique other people about their lifestyle like you're perfect. You're not perfect either, bro. I'm not bashing her. I never called her out her name. I never said nothing of the sort. All I'm saying is I can't stand the lack of. All right, put it this way: we all make choices and decisions. You can't 1,000% that you can't just say, "Oh, I didn't have a choice," or everything that happened to me was because of somebody else. It takes two to tangle. It takes two to make these things move, bro. You ain't just have somebody standing beside you from the age you decided to start having sex to 30 years old. That one person was just standing there with you the whole time, telling you what to do, making you do everything that you did. Don't do that. You made choices just like everybody else made choices. That's all I'm saying. That's not bashing. Put it this way. I'm not quoting her word for word. That's not what I'm doing. What I'm saying is the crocodile tears don't work. I'm gonna give you this though. A lot of our lives would be different if we didn't have certain influences around us. I'm not even going to do that. I'm gonna be fair and unbiased. I'm not saying that she just was completely out here wilding on her own. Could she have been groomed? Could there have been people in her ear? Absolutely. 100%. In fact, a lot of adult actors and actresses, their lives were completely altered because of other adults. You see it in Hollywood all the time. Justin Bieber is one of them that you hear about. Selena Gomez, my man from Little Rascals, he's just talked about it not so long ago. The things they did to him as a child. Some people can't come back or recover from that stuff. It's fucked up. It's really fucked up for adults to prey on kids and fucking completely shatter their entire life like that. If that's the case here, shame on every single adult that had something to do with the way she turned out. At the end of the day, though, you like it's but only so much you're gonna be able to put on somebody else. Because you get to an age where you know right from wrong. It don't matter if there were people grooming you or not. You still know right from wrong. I'm not saying that she's innocent or guilty. Salutes. It's sad. I'm gonna say that. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, fam. I'm not even saying you wrong or none of that. Because a lot of kids do end up like her. And now that I'm more and more, we really don't know. I'll never know what her upbringing was like. I would love to have that type of conversation. Was she protected? Was her family really there with her? Did they do what they were supposed to do to make sure that she didn't run into people like the game? I would really love to know that. A part of social media is scary. And I said, what's up? I said, what's up? I ain't want to mess up your name, so I didn't say it. I see. I appreciate you for pulling in. No. I didn't speak matter of factly. I don't know how long you were in the stream. I started off at the beginning addressing Akademiks and his BS for trying to chastise her when he got his own demons that he need to deal with. And I also acknowledge the fact that a lot of this is possibly stemming from someone else's sins and their history and past. But she's not going to just pivot all of the blame on somebody else. I don't listen to him. I don't follow him. I don't know why anybody listens to him. I really don't. I don't. But that's the nature of social media and popularity. And when you have the fame and you have the numbers, I guess it really don't matter if the person character is in question or not. As long as he got the viewership, he or she has the viewership, people will support them no matter what. He's on record. A number of your favorites are on record doing inhumane things to other people, saying inhumane things to other people, being racist and all that, and people still support them. And just because they like them, because they fans of them. I'm gonna play. Matter of fact, let me play this back. I'm gonna play it back. These are I'm addressing what Axe said. I'm addressing his comments about what he got from what she said.
And many women like her. Even when you hear that prayer, it's a lack of accountability. And this is only a thing that women could do.
Let's pray. Bow your heads. Close your eyes. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you right now. Try not to cry, Jesus.
She chalks up her past and all the trauma she's accumulated, not as that she's going for the wrong men because she was seeking the wrong thing. She says that people took advantage of her, manipulated her. She's like a baby, like she's fucking stupid.
Bro, I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot in my teenage phase. I went through a lot in my 20s. I made a lot of mistakes, and there was a lot of people who drugged me through the dirt for it.
And she takes no accountability. You can listen to her. Not one accountability. Oh, I allowed myself. Shorty, you was getting finger popped in a park. Like, stop playing. Ralph, you've been showing off jets, designer bags, athletes, all type of shit you've been with. You ain't had no, there's no, these bitches read one book and all of a sudden Allah or God done told him to go sue you for like sex trafficking. Shorty was with it. You see how she's saying, she's describing it now? That's what I'm telling you. Wait till Rubi Rose hit that point. See, Rubi Rose so bad. Every nigga still want to fuck Rubi Rose. I think Rashid Wright's fucking her now. But once they get here, 3-0, nigga, all type of like, yeah, this is the most you'll get them to admit. I allowed myself to get taken advantage of. Nobody took advantage of you, girl. Nobody manipulated you. You was chasing the wrong thing. Yo, gang, you was getting finger popped by the game in the park. The nigga had half a fist in there. I'm like, yo, what the fuck going on? Yo, how the nigga? Yo, he fisted her? Yo, bro. Yo, this nigga fisted her, bro? Yo, dog. Yo, the game is 6'7", looking like a gargoyle, nigga. Nigga could dunk standing up, nigga. Like, the nigga had his whole shit up in there, nigga. Like, the fuck? Bro, what we gonna do?
Yeah. This is what I was addressing. Like I said, I don't know why anybody listens to him. And I'm glad you brought that point up too, because no, he didn't hold the game accountable. He didn't mention any of what she was saying. See, his whole approach to this was she's not holding herself accountable for her part in it. My position is I can see there being two sides to it. There's a duality where you have people who are in your ear that love you and care about you. They want to see you do good and they try to steer you in a different direction. And then you have the opposing side that represent what the game is. We as kids, sometimes we tend to go towards the folks that are more mischievous because it seems more fun. We would rather be out here wilding out and being reckless. It's not fun being boring. It's not fun staying in the house. It's not fun doing your homework. It's not, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like I can see her influences are Sexy Red and people like that. But I can also believe that she had people that actually cared and loved her, and she probably dismissed them. You telling me that you listened to every single thing that your family said to you that was good for your health, and good for your development. The older you got, you just did everything the right way. I'm just saying, man, we gotta be real, bro. We hard headed. Everybody wasn't goody two shoes. We wanted to walk on the wild side. We wanted to be out here doing whatever we wanted. We love our family and all that, but like we kids, I think it's just a combination of both with her. And if I'm listening to him correctly, what he's trying to say, she just ain't taking no accountability for nothing. You just putting it on everybody else. I can't do that. I can't just let you slide like that and say, oh, it's all your fault. Well, you 30 years old. When do you take reign over your own decision making? Nobody told you to sleep with all them people. Nobody told you to sleep with nothing but celebrities and rappers and all that shit. Nobody told you to go specifically for people with money. But you could very well have been programmed to think like that too. And that's the messed up part. But this is where it gets tricky. This is where it gets really tricky. At what age do you say to yourself, all right, I done seen a lot of shit. I done went through a lot of shit. Stuff that I'm not supposed to. I done did a lot of wrong, and I done had a lot of things affect me. At what age do you decide maybe I need to do something different? This isn't really working out for me. Or are you, and I'm really asking, or are you allowed to go into your 30s and your 40s and 50s and still blame your circumstances for being the way you are? I can go back and say, well, something happened to me when I was a kid. My babysitter touched on me when I was a kid. Can I blame that babysitter for what happened to me when I was a kid? Can I still use that excuse later on in life? And she got the money. She ain't broke. She could definitely get therapy. I'm sure she's had plenty of opportunities to get therapy. I know she's not broke. No way. She knows right and wrong. She could have gotten help years ago if she wanted to. A lot of people decide to stay in their mess until they get tired of it. Sometimes you just got to get tired of it to come out of it. And I'm wondering if that's what this is. You tired of the lifestyle. You're tired of what is done to you, and now you're ready to do something about it, which is cool. But say that. The game ain't no better at all. And anybody who pray, like, to prey on somebody who is mentally unstable or they have a lot of traumas and things of that nature, you are the worst of the worst. You know that they got daddy issues or they have some type of situation going on with them that they never recover from, and you prey on it. Men like that, they should be behind or underneath the cell. I couldn't consciously ever do that to another human being. And when when the smoke clears, I hope and pray she bounces back. She changes her whole trajectory. I hope that she becomes what God wants her to be. In a perfect world, Akademiks will be canceled. A lot of these adults that have platforms where they can just open their mouth and say whatever they want, and people eat every single word, they would be held accountable for the lies and the manipulation. Anytime I hear him talk, it's like fingernails on a chalkboard. DJ Akademiks was just cussing some rapper out, going back and forth with him. Ain't you in your 40s? I don't even know how old he is, but I know you're a fully grown adult. You up here arguing with rappers and this, that, and the third. Don't you have other things that you can be talking about? I would rather hear your opinions on the Epstein files. I would rather hear your opinions on the trafficking that's going on in the United States. I would rather hear your opinion on what Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton is doing. Talk about the snuff factory. Talk about Katie Groves. Talk about Kyle Basinga. Let's have more conversations about that. He doesn't do that. He's not going to talk about that. He talks about things that is toxic and promotes drama and incites rage and anger. I'm not trying to rage bait nobody. I'm not trying to troll no one. I think it's horrible that this life can really screw you over, being put in the wrong circumstances, in the wrong situations, because we don't all grow up in that Mary Poppins lifestyle. Hey, if he is talking about it, then cool. And I said Clinton is guilty. Clinton is guilty. Hillary is guilty. I did a live stream on that last night. She was sweating bullets. She was angry. She was all over the place. She did not want to talk about none of that shit at all. You got videos of them talking about Hillary Clinton is clone. She ain't the real. All like it's a whole lot with that stuff. But I would rather hear about that than if you're gonna talk about things like this right here, offer solutions. Because I don't have a hatred for nobody. There's always a root cause for why a person is the way they is. And I remember the first time I ever heard of Any of Love, I didn't know who she was. This was before the BBL, all the surgery and all that. She was still skinny. She should have stayed the way she was. We don't have enough prayer. We don't have enough prayer warriors. People don't care enough about the mental stability and the things that people go through that make them the way they are. We don't have enough compassion. And I guess a lot of it is a form of jealousy. A lot of it is a form of greed, and you have positions of power that you abuse. I hope she gets help. I do. But she definitely gonna get some of this. You're not about to just sit up here and blame everybody. So at some point you gotta say it's time for me to do something different. I gotta change the way I think. I gotta change my circle. I can't hang around this person no more. I can't hang around them no more. I might have to sacrifice these brand deals. I might have to stop being in the camera so much. Maybe I need to take a break from social media. Get off social media, get away from some of these friends that you think are your friends, and get that help that you need and that clarity that you need. Because there's a reason why you keep picking the same type of men. And there's a reason why you went into OnlyFans. Until the bottom line is we can't really progress until we acknowledge that there's things that we have to deal with before we can get the things that we are asking for, the things that are that matter. How is God going to promote you when you can't even handle what you got now? How can you ask for something of stability when you aren't stable? How are you going to ask for a real friend if you don't know how to be one? How are you going to ask for a husband or a wife if you don't know how to be one? Work on yourself. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna close out. Get off social media, India. Stop listening to the media. Shut your Instagram down. Shut all that down. Go on a vacation. Get connected with somebody that can actually be like your accountability partner to create those healthy checks and balances, because you got too many people in your ear. And just work on you. Work on you. Fuck the internet. You'll be fine. You will be okay. Because there's going to be 1,000 more IG models and 1,000 more women that's going to step in your place and want to do all the things that you were doing. If you really want out of that, you want to break that cycle, you're going to have to put in some work. And it's not going to be pretty at all. But it starts with you, nobody else. As far as act, hey, he got a niche. It works for him. But yeah, not really my cup of tea. Not trying to send hookers over to a 14-year-old. I'm sorry, I can't forget that. It's like the Epstein files out. I can't forget that. And Trump is sending all the troops and soldiers over to a country dying for something that they don't even want to go over there for. They just broke a Marine's arm because he said want to fight over in Iran. We don't want to fight Israel. We don't want to do it. I'm cool on all of it. I wish her the best. I wish her the best. Next time I hear from her, I hope it's something positive. You know what I'm saying? Stop sexualizing yourself. Stop putting your body out here online. That's not doing you no good either. You created a stigma around you that's going to be hard to get rid of, and that's the cost of sacrificing your body and yourself for fame and fortune. Some shit just ain't worth it. You did all of that. You know how hard it is, or is it going to be to break all of those habits? Yeah, I'd pass. I'd definitely get off social media for a while. Go do what you got to do for yourself, mama. Love yourself. How bad do you want to change? How bad do you really want to be better than what you are right now? Because you got time. It's not impossible. Shout outs to King. I appreciate the pushback, brother. Shout outs to everybody who pulled up this evening. I enjoyed the exchange. And to be fair, it is like it took me years to stop smoking. You can't tell somebody to just turn it off right away and it's just gone. That it takes a process. You got to figure out your own system. But if you done and you really serious, you'll see the change. You don't have to say nothing to a single soul. Man, hey, if that's your guy, that's your guy. I can't fuck with somebody who talks to little kids. Like that's weird as shit. That's weird. How are you talking about sending hookers to a 14-year-old's door? I'll never be okay with that. But hey, y'all do y'all. Y'all do y'all. I'm out. I see y'all tomorrow, Lord willing. Y'all be easy, drive safe if you gotta clock in. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. Nah, you good, bro. You good. You kept me on my toes. I needed that. I appreciate it. It's all good, bro. I appreciate you. Salute, salute, salutes. Hold up. Let me get this right. I see y'all tomorrow, man. Y'all be easy. Have a blessed one. And we're gonna chop it up again.